All right, let's go to our story about weather. Taking a look, cars submerged in water over on Schaefer near Oakwood. We got this video just a few hours ago, and you can see how big that mess is. Look at that water rising. And as we've said, there are many areas in Metro Detroit that water hits, and that water just seems to, obviously with infrastructure and many of those roadways, it just goes up really fast.
The atmosphere is water loaded right now. What we mean by that is there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere for these storms to tap into and to drop in just a short amount of time in a small space. So the flooding concern, even though it's not widespread, it is still there as we head throughout the next few hours, along with wind and hail as well. Exact Track 4D radar, you can see where most of the activity is. Out to the west near Lansing, to the north near Flint. There are a few showers still falling in parts of Livingston County. If you're south of Howell, if you're over in the Heartland, Brighton, Hamburg Township areas, over towards Green Oak Township, there is some light rain. This is from a cluster that is kind of fizzling out. But what's interesting, this cluster may interact with this cluster to the north in Flint. I want you to notice this little green boundary that's south of 69 right now. It's extending out of the storm, so this is an outflow boundary. We'll have to watch this because sometimes these boundaries can interact and produce new showers and thunderstorms. So we'll watch that closely, but there's also more activity out to the west that we'll be tracking the next few hours for us here in southeastern Michigan. Outside of any rain, clouds, or thunderstorms, it's feeling kind of hot and heavy out there. Upper 70s and low 80s right now. Dew points are rising, so the humidity is going up, and that's going to be the story as we head into the weekend. It's going to get very muggy around here. But in the meantime, the next few hours, we're tracking some showers and thunderstorms. I want you to notice this model kind of spits a few out across the area between now and about 9, maybe 10 p.m. Not widespread. Not everybody gets in on the action, but those that do could see some heavy downpours, gusty winds, lightning and thunder. Here's 10 o'clock this evening. Everything just about wrapped up. The sun's down at this point, so the energy is kind of going away. Not as much for the storms to tap into, so they're expected to fizzle. Overnight tonight, a few clouds will linger. As for your Thursday, a better day than today, with still that slight chance that we may see one or two pop up. Few and far between. Most of us, if not all of us, will stay dry, but there could be a couple thanks to the higher humidity and the heat cranking throughout the day. But if they do happen, they're not going to be around for very long. As for today, we are still under a marginal risk for severe weather. That's level 1 of 5 on the scale. So the threats are still there, even though I think they're somewhat minimal. Can't be ruled out. Strong damaging winds in any of these isolated showers and thunderstorms. Hail is a possibility. We've seen some hail out near Ionia, which is not far from both Lansing and Grand Rapids. We'll see if that system holds together. The flooding threat, like I mentioned, there's just moisture in the atmosphere that these can tap into. So we'll have to watch those threats as we head throughout the next couple of hours. Of course, the best tool you can have is the Forewarn weather app. Track it all right there in the palm of your hand. We're drying out overnight tonight as temperatures drop into the middle to upper 60s. A couple of clouds will linger. And tomorrow, I'm going to keep that slight chance for an isolated shower in the forecast, though I think most of us are going to stay dry. 85, it's going to feel more like the upper 80s, perhaps low 90s. Friday is more of the same from Thursday. Slight chance for 1 or 2 showers trying to pop up, but by far the best chance for showers and thunderstorms in the 7-day is Saturday evening into Sunday morning. Long-range data is a little back and forth on the timing, so we'll have to fine-tune that as we get closer. Also notice the highs. 90 on Saturday.
You see the rain and those high temperatures, we're asking for trouble.
It's going to get hot and muggy around here. It's going to feel more like the upper 90s there on Saturday, so stay cool this weekend.
All right, we appreciate it. We'll check back with you at 5.